Soup for coming through with the terrible stream, telling me I'm crashing and all of that. At the end of the day, what I was saying before the stupid thing dropped, Kawhi Leonard is going to the Toronto Raptors. DeMar DeRozan, he's going to play for Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. And this isn't a surprise for anybody. This is something we've been hearing about for months now. It's basically been a month since you heard that Kawhi Leonard, he doesn't want to play in San Antonio. He's not happy. It's obvious he didn't want to play with them. He never suited up. The end of last season, he only played, what, like 15, 16, 17 games? And we know he's going to be a free agent. And from all indications, he only wants to go and play in Los Angeles. And that can only mean the Lakers or the Clippers. And I can't see a reason why he would want to go to LA and play for the Clippers. So it's an interesting situation. First of all, DeMar DeRozan is pissed. They told him, why would they make that trade? DeRozan is not better than Kawhi. Well, listen, Corey Herman, who exactly the hell do you plan on finding that's better than Kawhi Leonard? Is there a player out there that they were? Yeah, what's up? The zone presser? That's fine. We're not talking about that right now. Who the hell were you going to find that was comparable to Kawhi Leonard on the trade market? Nobody. Guys like that don't become available. So at the end of the day, you had to trade Kawhi Leonard for something, and you're getting back at least an all-star in DeMar DeRozan. Is he better than a Kawhi Leonard? No. It's probably maybe if he's healthy, 4 or 5 other guys who are better than Kawhi Leonard. So you had to pull the trigger. You should have traded him to the Celtics for Hayward. Corey Herman, you don't make a damn bit of sense, okay, Corey? You think this guy breaks his leg, has a brand new contract, and they're just gonna trade him straight up for an expiring contract? No, the world doesn't work that way. So this is the reality of it, Corey. You're saying crazy things, so I'm no longer gonna answer you as the train comes in. DeMar DeRozan, he's not happy that he's going to San Antonio. They told him a few days ago in Vegas during the Summer League, we're not going to trade you. Well, guess what? They traded the guy. Second of all, he has 3 years left on his contract. The last year is to get rid of him or try to keep him. What's up, David Murphy? I see you. DeMar's locked in for a while. 2 years, baby. That's it. 2 years. At minimum, 2 years. Not that damn long. The Spurs had no choice. The San Antonio Spurs, they can continue to move on. They can go to the playoffs. They can try to rebuild. But it's not like they have a long-term future that's set up as you would be able to build around a Kawhi Leonard. And the Toronto Raptors, the past, 5 years, they have gone to the playoffs and they have gotten their asses whooped, kicked, and slapped, stomped all over the place. The Toronto Raptors have done everything over the past few years except for get out of the second round. So I'm not mad at them. They either might as well try with Kawhi Leonard or blow things up and try to start over anyway. And Jacob Podol is going from Toronto to San Antonio as well. And then Danny Green. What's up, Mr. Tanker? And then Danny Green, the train, Amtrak. Do I think Kawhi will play for Toronto? I think he will. Kawhi Leonard is going to look like a real, I can't even say the word. Just understand, he's going to look like an asshole if he doesn't play. If he decides to sit out for the year in Toronto, he would look like the biggest asshole in recent NBA memory for going and not actually playing. It's like, dude, you're healthy. Everybody know you didn't want to be there. Everybody knew that you wanted to go to LA and you got traded somewhere that you didn't want to and you took your ball and went home. You allegedly already did that with the San Antonio Spurs. I don't think they're going to let that happen again. That would be a real bad look for Kawhi Leonard. It's going to show his commitment, and it's not going to work that way. So the Toronto Raptors, I don't blame them. They were going to do nothing with this current roster anyway, with Lowry and DeRozan. They were going to go to the playoffs. They was going to get their asses wiped out again. You might as well try with Kawhi Leonard, because if it didn't work this year, the Toronto Raptors were going to have to try and blow things up anyway. So I'm not mad at the Toronto Raptors for going out there and trading for Kawhi Leonard. If it works, great, good. He stays. If it doesn't, he moves on, and they were going to have to blow things up anyway. Mr. Brennan, Kawhi Leonard has tarnished his legacy. I wouldn't say so. People know what Kawhi Leonard is. We know what he's done. It's just a matter of the past year. Okay, he didn't want to play for the Spurs anymore. We don't know. He may have a great season for the Raptors and stick around. You know, the Raptors are the only team that can get him that $200 million. But you know what? $140 million over 4 years, he may take that and say, I want to go to LA. We do not know. So I wouldn't say that Kawhi Leonard has tarnished his legacy. Kawhi Leonard is only 27 years old. If he's healthy, if he can go out there and play, you're going to be looking at Kawhi Leonard play basketball for a long ass time. So to say that he tarnished his legacy, forget about it. It's not true. Let the guy he's not even into the second phase or the second part of his career. I'm not ready to say Kawhi Leonard tarnished the legacy or even built one up. Okay? He's a what, 4-time All-Star Defensive Player of the Year, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Come on, NBA Finals MVP. He has a legacy. He built something. But let's relax a little bit. So I'm not mad at either one of these teams for going out there and making this trade. Spurs had no choice. They potentially have draft picks. They have an all-star that they can keep for 2 years and try to work around. And that's not to say DeRozan doesn't get traded next year. So the NBA players nowadays, they have a lot of power. They have a good way to go about dictating where they want to go and who they want to play for. And they're yielding that power. They're swinging that power with a big old axe, and they're just picking away at management. Will DeRozan fit in well with San Antonio and still be an all-star caliber player? Yes, I think so. I think there's nothing in DeMar DeRozan's career that says that he's not going to be an all-star player. He's gotten better as his career is going on. He's 28 years now. He's in the prime of his career. Granted, he's still not a great three-point shooter, 31% last season, but he's still a serviceable scorer. He's going to go to the line. He's going to get his 8 free throws. He's going to be out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. They're going to get into the playoffs, the Spurs, if they're healthy. It's just a matter of let's see what happens with Toronto. Spurs, we don't know what's going to happen with the Spurs. They're in a whole rebuilding situation. They're in a rebuilding process. I don't care who's on their squad right now. We know they're not out there competing for a title. They have less stability than they would if they had Kawhi Leonard out there. DeRozan, DeJounte, LaMarcus, Manu, they just pulled in. They just drafted Lonnie. So there's a lot of work. They have some good players. They have a future. But the Spurs, they ain't competing for no title right now. You know, Greg Popovich is one of the greatest coaches ever. He can possibly get them to I don't know how many wins. Maybe Greg Popovich puts them to another, 45 to 50 wins. But they ain't going to be competing for no title. They got a ways to go. And Greg Popovich, unfortunately, his wife passed away. He's going to coach Team USA. Who knows how much more time that we're going to be able to see your main man Greg Popovich coach any team. So both teams kind of had no choice. Let's see what happens with Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. Maybe he stays. Maybe he goes to LA. At the end of the day, people can try and kill the Raptors. They had no choice. What the hell have the Raptors done with Lowry and DeRozan besides go to the playoffs and get eliminated? So that's what it is. It's JR. It's a quick sport brief. I'm talking to you. Hit me up on Instagram at JRSportBrief. I'm about to check my IG right now. Add me on IG. I'll add you back. That's what it is, yo. That's what it is. I'll catch you guys later. It's JR. Talk to you folks. Peace.